unification of the people.
Big up Unity Radio, coming from Cecil Reuben, Carribean Music, Hootenanny. Big up Unity Radio, just keep up the good work. Rah.Stars.
Greetings and big up to Unity Radio, myself coming from Foundation Sound, Fada, Choppa. Bless.
It's set up behind the Congo, and it's Unity Radio, live and direct. It's now in Italy, and it's England, and it's universal, it's all over the world. And it's Unity Radio. Unity Radio, it's live and direct. The Congo man says so.
Unity Radio, pull up that. The unification of the people.
Yes, big up massive, welcome back to Unity Radio. Yes, Lady Anto.
And welcome to our first episode of Unity Radio. So for this episode, we are going to talk about the sound systems in UK.
Sound system culture.
Yes, and for this we interview two soundmen like Cecil Reuben from
Revelation.
And Fada Choppa from Foundation Sound.
Two big sound system, two different style, one message, one love, new school and old school united in the Unity Radio for our first episode. Yes, Lady Anto?
Yes, but first of all, let's all go to Brixton to start talking about the sound systems.
Here we go. See you in Brixton, guys.
See you in Brixton.
Unification of the people.
Welcome to Brixton. Here we are, where everything started many years ago. I would say 70 years ago.
Roughly 17 years ago.
Was 1948 when the first Caribbeans came from Jamaica and Trinidad and in the UK.
In the Essex side, east of the UK.
With a wind rush.
And far from London.
And no one could imagine what that created. I think
big change.
Yeah, changed completely the scene of the British music.
Yes, was the 1954 when Sir Duke Vincent Forbes started with the no reggae, no dub, no roots, but ska calypso sound. So the name was Duke Vincent Forbes ska calypso sound, and since that moment all the UK, Europe and world music was totally influenced by the sound system culture, you know.
Yes.
And the first party was a kind of pirate illegal party. Yeah, it was called the blues party, and usually was on top of the terraces where the sound system was built with illegal bar and sell beers, spirits, cocktails, rum, Jamaican rum, and after that,
because there was there was a need for the community to meet together, to get together and to share everything.
Unity.
News from back home, and just have a good time together. So dance, listen to music,
enjoy the night, smoke a spliff.
Because it was quite dark times back in the days here in the UK for the Caribbean community.
Immigrants, Caribbeans and black community was not easy. It was the time of the Black Panthers and the fighting between the police and the black community. So
but I think it was during the 1780s that the sound system, when they joined the Notting Hill Carnival, and everybody knows about the Notting Hill
Carnival, of course.
Big event, then it happens once a year in London.
The end of August in West London, Notting Hill.
and it's like a celebration, a festival for the Caribbean culture. Yeah. And then it was then the sound system first appeared during the 70s, 80s, and thanks to that, they managed to be more popular across the UK and start as well populating clubs, pubs, all major events. Yes.
Parties, so no more.
So big names like.
Chashaka,
Channel 1,
Sir Coxon,
yes, and Fat Man, Saxon, So many sound systems. But what happened for them was really important to be very competitive between them. So it was really important to make sure they had the best records. So
best vinyls, best MC on the mic with a good tonality, good vibes, the clarity
of the sound. Was important. But one of the sound system, like Saxon did something different. The 80s. Beginning of the 90s, they start to give a different role to the artists and the singers of the sound systems. So they just make them feel really important, and so
become more talents and more professional on the mic with the good lyrics, with the good vibes as well, with a good melody. So
they create a good artists like Tipper Harry, Peter Anninger, Maxi Priest, and some of them they made it, through the charts as well. Then it was really hard in the UK, especially for reggae music back in the days. And I think that was as well the creation of the new type of reggae music, like the lovers rock. Then it's just British, it's something that is
lovely lovers rock, very music.
So now everything for the sound systems here from Brixton. I think we can go back to the studio.
This time. Guys, remember, the only good system is a sound system.
See you in the studio.
The unification of the people.
Yes.
We are back from Brixton. Did you enjoy?
Yeah, of course.
It was
nice
really
time,
good.
guys.
Yes.
Nice time.
And now we can introduce you to the first interview with Cecil Reuben.
Right. Mr. Cecil is ready.
So, Jah Revolution Music.
Enjoy, guys. See you in a bit.
The unification of the people.
Okay. Welcome to the first interview for Unity Radio. Today we got the honor to interview a piece of history of Brixton, and is Cecil Reuben.
Greetings.
Hi Cecil, nice to have you here. Very welcome. Cecil is a DJ, MC, founder of Jah Revolution Music, and also promoter, manager of events in Utanani, Brixton, and many other things. Soundmen.
Sound system operator,
Yes, lovely. Yes. And we wanted to ask you, first of all, how did you get close to reggae music and to the sound system culture?
I was born in Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica, and as you know, Jamaica is a place of reggae music and sound system. So, obviously, growing up in Jamaica, I'll be surrounded by reggae music and sound systems. So that's exactly how I got into it. It's just a natural vibrations, a natural growth as a young man growing in Jamaica, when I was a young man, I used to sneak out through the window to go and listen to sound system every night, And I used to even lift up boxes for a lot of the sound systems as a young man. So it kind of grew in me, the sound system live. So that's where my sound system and reggae music started in Jamaica. And then when I came to England, I just carried on the same venture, sound system and music.
And when did you come to England, Cecil?
Well, the first time I came here was in the early 80s, in the early 80s. And I went back quite a few times, and backwards and forwards, even now. you know.
Yeah, so as we understand it, back in the days in London, well, you're one of the people that made a movement of the sound system, because you actually are and came and were brought up and were born in Jamaica, then came over here. So you brought the whole cultural / music / soulful vibe. And so what we are really interested in is what happened in London back in the days when you came. How were the music, the sound systems, when and where they were born, and what's your approach to them?
Well, in the early days back in England, you know, sound system was always just playing in houses. They never really played in a lot of places other than house. We used to call them blues dance. That was the name of it, blues dance. You bring a sound system in a house and you keep a party with sound system. Sometimes 1 room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 4 rooms, 5 rooms, or the whole house, you know? Sometimes you just bring all these boxes up some loud stairs, and every room's got a section of boxes in there. And the house will be full to the max, you know? And that's how we started in London, playing in little houses. And eventually, we moved out of the houses and started playing church halls. Halls that you call church halls, you know? From 6 till 12, and those things. And the movement at that time was good because reggae wasn't really so popular amongst the English as such. But we made it popular because we, like we said, we kept our blues dances in the houses, and it got so popular that everywhere in London you'd find on a Friday and Saturday night, you'd have blues dances in different houses all over the place, different sound system playing all over. And a lot of the big sounds that you see nowadays, they all started like that, in house dances, you know?
So did you mingle with the other sound systems?
Oh yeah, we were all friends until we knew each other and so forth. There was a lot of friendly rivalry as well, you know? Because you always want your sound to be the best. So you always build your sound and make it sound good to sound better than the next man's sound, you know? That's the whole idea. And even to this day, still a rivalry within that sound system world, you know? I mean, back in those days, sound system was so popular. It's more popular than it is today. It was so popular in those days, you know? You had a lot of top sounds rise up, you know, in London and in Birmingham, Manchester, all over. In London, you had plenty sounds. You had Neville King, you had Neville Enchanter, you had Sir Coxon, you had Fat Man, you had Drew Creed, you had Tubbies, you had me, you had so many sounds, I can't name them. Plenty of sounds. Sound system was so popular back in the days, you know. Everybody wanted to have a sound system as a young person, you know.
And also so the way you pushed all the Jamaican artists as well, yeah, because you used to play the music of the Jamaican artists.
Well, sound system was a Jamaican oriented because sound system was founded even before me by the Windrush generation who came here first in the early 50s. They're the ones who really brought the culture to England, because the first man who brought the sound system to England was a man named Duke Vin. He used to have a sound in Jamaica named Duke Vin, and he came to England. He was one of the Windrush, and he started the first sound system in London, Duke Vin. And from then, sound system just built up. I'm not talking from the 50s, before my time.
Yeah.
So sound system never really started in my time. It started way before me in London, you know. I know like the history of it, so I'm just letting you know. Duke Vin was the first sound man in England. Yeah.
Today, actually, this is a bit out of the blue as a question, but for the Windrush generation, what's happening politically as well? Does he have any approach in the music right now? Like, do they take a stand? Is it what's happening?
Well, with the Windrush generation, it's a political matter. It's not really a musical matter, you know? It's just that the Windrush generation, they bought the thing that they like, which was one music, you know? And with the political situation with the Windrush now, there's a political station between the government of Britain and the Windrush generation, because Britain brought those people over to work. And those people, when they come, they were British citizens. Because at the time, Jamaica was a British colony.
Yeah.
So it's obviously they were British citizens because they had British passports. Because if you're living in Jamaica at that time and you're traveling, the passport you're going to get is a British passport. And I remember it good because my parents did that. It's black. It's a black, and it said British Great Britain. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's strange that now the Britain's trying to get rid of this generation. It doesn't make sense. And you were the one who brought these people over to work for you. When you needed them. Now that you feel you want to cleanse the country a bit, you want to get rid of them first, which is out of order. And that's why there was such an outcry about it, and why the Prime Minister had to apologise. Because she herself knew it was wrong, and even though at the time she was the Home Secretary, at the time when they were changing the policies for citizenship in this country. So she was well embarrassed about the whole situation.
Because probably she wasn't aware of the history, really.
Well, she was aware, don't make she foolish. She was aware she was Home Secretary. And being Home Secretary, that means you're in charge of immigration. So you have to know the history.
Yeah, but sorry, I just went out of the history of the music there because I think that we have to acknowledge because it's still cultural related, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's quite important. But one other question that we had, it was if you got any favorite artists from actually at the present time and also in the past.
That's an hard question. I've got so much
few
artists.
Names, so you can
give few
names.
Well, first one come to mind is the artist Big Youth. Big Youth, the DJ and MC. Yeah. And the reason why he first come to mind because he's like my mentor in a sense. Because he was the one who actually let me see not reggae music, but the cultural side of Rastafari in the music. It was Big Youth, you know? So, as a little man, a young man in those days, I remember when I was young, and one of the first LPs what really struck me was Big Youth's LP. It was called Reggae for Million. And the track on that tune, which really got me, was a tune called I Praise Thee. You understand? And that track was taken out of the Bible, you know, and it was strange to me that a man could actually sing and DJ actual, you know, chapter out of the Bible. Yeah. It fascinated me, you know what I mean? So from then, I kind of gravitated to Big Youth and listened to what he was saying. So that's why I'm saying he's probably the first man to kind of mentor me into Rastafari, you know? Because although I was doing a lot of black culture at the time, because I knew my culture and stuff, but Rastafari, I have to put it down to Big Youth. He transformed me. So I have to say, he was one of my first best artists, because he comes to mind first. But there's a lot of artists like Bob Andy, Heptones, Wailing Souls, you know, Abyssinians. I could go a list of artists I love. So I couldn't really nail it and say that one is my favorite artist because there's too much of them. And I've worked with most of them, so
you know all of them.
I know all of them.
And at the moment, some new names?
The newer names now, Chronix come to mind first as a newer one because he's the recent. Chronix, he's very good, you know. And Luton Fire, I love his songs then. There's a new artist just come named Samurai. I like, he's very good, you know. There's a lot of them, most of them, who's mostly on the cultural chip, I like, you know.
New roots.
Yeah. I'm not too much like a lot of the dancehall artists, you know, like the Popcorns and them.
What do you think about the new scene, the new reggae scene, especially in Jamaica at the moment? Like
well, there's no reggae scene as such in Jamaica, because what they class in as reggae, I don't class as reggae. You understand? So it might as well they say it's dancehall or whatever name they want to call it, because it's a fusion of hip-hop and soul. It's not actually reggae like how I know reggae beats and play. When you listen to new artists them and the rhythm behind them, you think if they take the voice out, you listen to a hip-hop song or a soul song. It's not really a reggae song. So I don't really gravitate to the new type. And I could understand why they make it, because they're new artists. They weren't alive when reggae was really licking it. So they can only really adapt to what they see at their time. You understand? So I don't wrong them. And a lot of them grew up on listening to hip-hop and R&B and these things. So obviously when they become singers, they gravitate into that kind of rhythm track. So it's not as if I hate it or I don't like it. It's just it's a different generation, different age group, and so forth. Because a lot of like the popcorns and all, they're young kids to me. So it's not my kind of scene or my type of thing. You understand? Because if I want to listen to those kind of rhythm, I don't get a really good R&B song and stuff. And I can listen to the same thing, you know? And some of the rhythm, the lyrics, what they're singing, is rubbish.
And in UK, do you think there's a new scene for new reggae artists in UK?
There's always scene for reggae artists anywhere in the world, anywhere. Reggae can never die, no matter what they try to do. To me, there's always a scene or a market there for it, you know? Because what I do here is reggae music. Because
I know you promoting, especially, I know Autanani, when you promote lots of new artists as well, when you do as well evening like Britons go reggae. So I know
we do that to give everybody opportunity to become somebody in the reggae music industry, you know? Because there's a lot of people out there that don't even know how to get anywhere in it. So we open a door, put it that way, so people can get a chance to come in and even win and even go on a big concert in Rotterdam.
That's lovely, yeah.
Well, do we have a last question?
Yeah, and what we want to ask you again is what do you think, talking about the 80s, because you kind of came in the 80s, and you know, during the riots period, I don't know if you remember that period, what do you think was the role of the sound systems during that times in the 80s? They did kind of spread messages around for that period.
The 80s was a very good period, but it was a bad period as well, because they had two major riots in London, and the two major riots kind of changed the destination of blacks and the governments, you know, because there was two in the 80s, and those two spread all over England. Because you had riots all over Birmingham, Manchester, everywhere because of it, you know. And it was just a conflict between police and the stop and search. But they had a thing called the stop and search, and the stop and search was a thing which wasn't accepted by the black community, because the police started to abuse the power with the stop and search. They just stop anybody. And when they stop and search you, the way they rough you up and deal with you wasn't really on. And they went over the top with a few times, and those are the things that caused those riots.
In the 80s, in those special times of the riots, were you making politics through the sound systems? Was it a powerful tool for you to actually get people together?
To unite, maybe.
To unite people, do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Well, I wouldn't say just in the 80s. From sound system started, that was the idea, to gather people and, you know, use it as a personal radio station. Because back in the early days, before even me, no one wanted to know about reggae in this country, you know? You couldn't even get your reggae record played on the radio. You couldn't get no one. So the only way you could get people to hear it is by having a sound system and keeping dances. So the sound system is the one what really built up all these artists from back in the days till now. Because without the sound system, their music would not have been heard anywhere. And the sound system was always a tool to gather people, because, you know, people go to work, they do their jobs, and the weekend they want to recreation. So one of the recreation was to have a sound system dance in a house or in a hall, and all these people go and have a nice time and relax and entertain, listen to entertainment and socialize. So for black people in those times, that was our socializing around the sound system. And it did play a very big part in doing that. And it also played a political part as well, because a lot of the music which was played and a lot of the DJs that was playing was talking about situations which are happening today and in the past and may happen in the future. So it was all also a platform to put out political statements and all these kinds of things. You could use it in so much ways.
Yes, that's very powerful.
Very powerful.
Yes.
I've want to say thank you very much, Cecil, to spend this time with us and talk about this one with us.
No problem.
Share your knowledge.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, and see you very soon.
Yeah, man, it's not a problem, you know. And I give thanks to each and every one here and for the great work what you're doing, and to you, Unity.
Yes.
Yep. Unity radio station.
Yes.
Yes, pick up Unity line.
Yeah.
Unity radio station, and keep up the good work and keep reggae flying, you know.
Yes.
And it's good to know that we have people like you who's flying the flag and defending reggae music.
Thank you so
One
much.
love, peace and love, Rastafari.
Thank you, and officially we can say thank you for being such a big mentor throughout our journeys. You have been, Jar Revelation Music has been, all of the contacts and the artists that you've grown have been. So you can still find Cecil everywhere, to be honest, and Jar Revelation Music everywhere.
Just come to Hootenanny.
Come to Hootenanny every
On a
Thursday nights, big artists. Also Rotterdam, his guests, Jar Revelation Music guests everywhere. But probably we'll interview him again. But thank you very, very much for being our mentor throughout the journey.
And our first interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
Blessed love, Rastafari.
The unification of the people.
Yes, people, welcome back to Unity Radio. My name is Diletta and I'm here with my brother Rah.Stars.
Bless up, Unity Radio, big up.
Yes, big up yourself. So, my brother is gonna tell us about the interview that he made with Lady Anto to Fada Choppa, pioneer of Foundation Sound since the early 90s. So yeah, how was it?
It was nice, and was the first one for me actually, and I had a lot of fun cause I mean Choppa is a really nice guy, and he gave me his point of view of what is going on in reggae and in dancehall, how the music had an evolution, you know, comparing to what Cecil told us. He is more related to the to the spirituality of the music, the roots music, while Choppa is more a party DJ selector, you know, and he started to doing the clash, which is the musical competition amongst DJs, and so it was good to see the point of view of someone who still play music, clean music, but with an eye to the evolution of it, you know, because of course like the world is going on and the music change with it.
Yes, brother. So we're gonna see two different points of view, and here you go with the interview. Enjoy.
Big up Unity Radio.
The unification of the people.
Hello people, here we are tonight in Leighton, and we meeting Father Choppa, founder of Foundation Sound. So hi Choppa, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good. And thank you so much to invite us over here in your beautiful studio. I can see so many faces around, and it looks amazing. So this is all the people you've been working with, so many artists.
So many artists. A lot of the foundation artists I've been working with. Yeah.
That's great. And what I wanted to ask you, how did you come across reggae music? I mean, how did you manage to start?
So where did I start in sound? Okay, it all started obviously as a youth. Growing up, we loved playing music. We played all kind of genres, not just reggae music. And yeah, we used to do little house parties and things like that. And it all stemmed from there. And obviously, you know, from 94 right up to the millennium, we kind of, well, I'll say myself, I kind of went deep into like the reggae dancehall artists, meeting artists, building the studio, you know, and getting really deep into the reggae music. So yeah, step from there.
Yeah, lovely. And then, I mean, so many things you've done through these years. So it's like what, 15, 20 years of sound systems and
very long time. Yeah.
And I know you've done lots of clash as well, and dub plates, yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, I can see from the pictures that it's really
So, what can you tell us about this achievement and maybe
Did
the
you
best
start
memories?
before to cut dub late or before you started doing Clash as a
Well, before as a sound system, you know, and DJs were really young. It wasn't so much the sound system itself, but when we used to play music in the circuit, so being in clubs and playing on the circuit, you get one or two dub plays. So you slowly build a catalogue that way by voicing one or two dub plays that are hype dub plays for, like, you know, in the parties and things like that. So it was just more of a fun thing at that time. And then after that, it then became serious, and then we started going deep in dub plays, you know, and spending a lot of money and things like that. So, yeah.
Claudio, do you want to ask something more specific about?
Yeah, is there like one of your dub, or you know, some regular dance that you remember, and you said, all right, this dance went really good, really nice, that the hype was and everything.
I mean, there's been a lot of.
I mean, I know you did a lot.
Yeah,
but
one memorable clash I would say would be we clashed at the One Love Festival, and you know, the crowd took us very well, and we delivered very good. Got a huge response. It's like a 3-day clash, so we won the first heat, and then went to the final, and then it was us and Fat Man and King Tubbies, and yeah, we kind of knock out King Tubbies, and then it was like us and Fat Man, 1-on-1. And me personally, you know, I mean, everyone's got their own different views, but my personal view is like we came on top of Fat Man, and it came to the 1-to-1 decision, where basically it was a decider, and for that decider they voted that last tune 6 times, you know, and then in the end they handed it over to Fat Man Sound, which, you know, ideally we won that. We kind of, you know, but with so much voting, it kind of derailed it. But that was a memorable clash to me, you know.
And how did you see like the evolution of it? Because the first time we met, you told me that the clash was pretty much always there, like from the old sound system that were more used to play roots, reggae music, even, you know, like the spiritual music and everything. But then like it evolved as it evolved the music. So how do you see the evolution in reggae and in dancehall in terms of what a selector prefer to play now?
Well, the way I look at it is, you know, we have dancehall now, and before it was called reggae.
Yeah.
So there is really no difference. If you come from back then, that era, then you will realise, you know, reggae and dancehall was the same thing, but they've just renamed it, you know, because the slackness now in dancehall was the slackness now then in as reggae. So as a selector, you choose what you want to play, you know, and
so it's more the selector that dictate, because the sound system always had even like an important role in terms of bossing the artists back in the day. So they were the first to bring maybe some artists through the dancehall to the people. Now we see it less, but do you think the sound are still relevant like before?
The sound system it always be relevant, you know, to bust new artists. But, you know, like you're saying before, back in the days there wasn't that much, you know, forms of medias where they can get airplay for reggae music. Now, you know, we've got the likes of social media. Radios are more likely playing the dancehall music where they wasn't before. So in a spin back, you could say like a lot of the artists kind of lose faith in sound system, where the sound system.
Do you think it's the same that happened with the rappers, with the hip hop culture, in the sense that before they used to be like, before getting famous, they used to run dance in the sense of, you know, like hip hop event, and they used to do freestyle and this and that, and then when they become famous, because of other business, other
It's
things
just the
that
other
comes
means.
in.
It's just the other means, innit? Where the other platforms.
Yeah.
Should I say? There's other platforms, so you have to look at life. Life evolves. You know, we had vinyl, then you had CDs, then you had so and so on MP3s. It evolves. So like,
Do you still do dance with 45 from time to time?
I have still, as you see, I still got
Yeah.
my vinyls.
It's full of it.
I would never get rid of my vinyls.
Yeah, but
there's very.
It's difficult to bring your your own sound to the fullest. But yeah, that's what I'm asking, because I've seen recently, like I've been a lot of dances, and all of them they play with CDJs or with laptop. You know,
right, yeah.
apart from the what the people call dinosaurs. You know, like the old Rastaman sound. They still, old settings with the vinyls and everything. But do you know some sound that still carry the culture in this way?
There's a lot of sound and selectors that are still using vinyl, and you get authentic sound from vinyl itself. Me personally, I've had my days of playing vinyl, and I would love to do a vinyl dance, but it's just not happening nowadays. It's more Serato, MP3s with your laptop and so on and so forth, like that. But I come from the days of vinyl, and I will never get rid of my vinyl. No way.
Yeah, there's lots of money anyway now.
It's
a good value,
right.
not just sentimental, but also
sentimental value. There's a lot of sentimental values, as well as they are worth quite a lot, a lot of money.
And looking again at all these artists in your pictures there, I know there's lots of old school artists, like artists that probably they're not here anymore, like John Holt, Gregory Isaac, And what do you think of the reggae scene in Jamaica at the moment? We still got this big, artists we used to get, like, back in the day, Dennis Brown, or where the Jamaican reggae is going.
Let's put it this way. I went to Jamaica in April, just gone. And you see, my sound is called Foundation Sound, and we predominantly, we love Foundation artists. And when I went to Jamaica in April, I was shocked, because basically the reggae authentic music is not being played out there. It's all hardcore dance everywhere you go.
Do you think the American culture took over in some way and dilute in a sense what the dancer used to be, in terms of it? Because we used to even in here now, the dance that we used to go, they usually there are some artists alongside with the sound at a certain point take the mic and DJ. But now it's more a selector thing. In a lot of cases there is not even the MC, and as you said, it's pretty much more hardcore dancehall, because I think in the end is what the people want, because otherwise there wouldn't be so many selectors playing this kind of music. But what do you think is the limit? Like, even for a sound that used to play hardcore, and so certain kind of lyrics, certain kind of sounds, where is the limit in what you play? Like in terms of disrespecting not only maybe the artist that you're clashing with or someone else, but the culture. Because in recent times I've seen like even a lot of dancehall raised, like really famous in the 90s, which is the closer period was, that they start a certain kind of hardcore things, even with the lyrics describing a certain kind of situation, but still keeping a guideline. And a lot of them now, they are saying about other artists that they cross certain lines and they became too slack or too violent.
I mean, that's
with all
always,
of the problem.
To be honest,
do you think it's a generation thing? Like it comes up from generation to generation? Like?
Oh yeah, most definitely, because it's something that's always been going on. The slackness it's not just now, slackness was always there. It's just maybe our generation, we never really took anything too serious. We don't, the music never really we're listening, but we never went out there and started doing certain things and so on. So some people will get astray, but you know, it was just a form of enjoyment. And back in the days, the 90s music to me was the best when you know everything was about women.
For everything, R&B as well.
That's why I think the culture of the clash and the culture of the competition is still important, because you're still allowed, let's say, to play certain kind of music, but in a certain kind of contest. I was reasoning before with her, and back in even when hip hop was born, basically was the point was doing that to don't, you know, make it escalate to something more brutal, you know, in the street and everything.
Well, then again, a lot of the artists are to blame. They have to set a precedent as well, because if they're portraying one thing, then they've got to also portray that, you know, this is fabricated, this is not so, you know, don't go out there.
You have to be real.
You know, but again, government is to blame. I mean, so much things are to blame in the sense where going back to Jamaica.
I do the opposite speech, because a lot of times I hear people that because of that say that because of the music they have certain kind of behavior, but I personally think that when society start to blame the music, it's already too late. So the problem are there before, and then we have to give thanks to people who actually play music, and even like under the practical point of view is like keeping the youth busy in something constructive instead of
in an art, because music is an art as well, so it's something, you know, constructive. And so we talked about Jamaica. What about the UK, the reggae scene in UK? Because when you were talking about the 80s, the 90s, I remember there used to be British artists that used to do reggae music, like Tipari. I mean, there's so many coming out from the saxophone sounds, But talking about the new Maxi Priest, he reached the charts as well with his reggae music. But now we got reggae artists, the new generation.
There's the new generation, like you got the Gappy Ranks, you know, you got Stylogy, you know, there's quite a lot, you know, Chucky Star, you know. Then you've got female artists like that are coming up that they do lovers rock, but it's hard. In the UK, it's hard.
Why do you think it's so hard? Like different from the UK rap, then at the moment I think is seeing a big popularity. We got so many.
Why is it hard? You see, to be honest, I think it's because this is just my perspective again. This is a lot of the reggae artists here, and bar a few, because you know the likes of Stylogy. You could just take Stylogy and Gappy Ranks as an example, and look at how they move within their productions and things like that. Now there's a lot of, you could put them under the camp as lovers rock, but those artists now, if they was to move in the form and the way, and when I say move, I'm talking about production-wise, videos, you know, HD videos, production-wise, and move like that, up your road work, your management, your teamwork, we probably might be looked at, but they're not really putting their effort into it, their full effort into it. Maybe, and being here as well, a lot of the artists, speaking with a lot of the artists as well, you need that culture, you need to go back home and feel that vibe. Here it's cold, it's cold, you're losing that warmthness, you know what I'm saying? You need to take a trip back home, feel
go
the
back
vibes,
to your roots.
Go back to your roots, take in some of that culture again, come back, work with the likes of the producers over there as well.
Learn from the...
You know, they're kind of one-sided in just, you know, they're not, there's so much broadways they can open up to, you know, so that's what it is.
Listen to Choppa advice. Thank you so much for today, for this interview, and hope to see you very soon. Maybe somewhere
where we can catch you.
Well, personally, I've been doing a lot of private work. We have our full sound system. So our sound system is there for hire, you know, for any occasions, things like that. We've got a lot of, got 1 or 2 events coming up. You know, we're in Coventry this weekend.
Is it Clash or?
No, it's party vibes. I mean, as it stands, the last Clash I did was obviously I partake within UK Rumble. And that was the last Clash I did. So
There's one thing that I want to ask you about, not about the Clash in particular, but related to the history of the sound. Before I was talking about the role of the MC in the sound. When I was watching War Report after the Rumble, they were saying that they ask you who is gonna MC for you, and you say God. That thing hit me because it's.
What did you think when I said
Is
God?
he that brave? Because I mean, I know that the UK Rumble is not like it's a clash, but it's not a regular clash. Like it leads to the World Clash, so heavyweight, really important sound. And the choice of going by yourself for how much was mad, I think was.
It was
brave,
it was very brave. Let's put it this way: there is far from few of sound systems, selectors, DJs that are actually going to take that role upon themselves and just go out there and push yourself. Now, when I took the booking for the Rumble, that was not the plan. But then in circumstances and as things panned out, I had to make a decision.
Yeah.
And my decision was, am I going to go for this or am I going to pull out? So, me, I represent my sound system and I'm going to go for it. There's nothing that's going to stop me doing anything. It's not it wasn't my comfort zone. And it was actually the second time I've ever mic'd for my sound. And I said, I'm going to do it, and I went for it.
That's great. I still rate the choice because, as I said, because it keeps apart, as I was telling you before, the entertainment side of the thing, because you show them, all of them, that you're not afraid, to have a confront, even by yourself, because crew sound system usually are composed like many people, and a lot of them they are in the dance when the sound is playing. So going alone in an event like this is really.
Well, like I said, times in my sound system foundation, times have changed from when I first started. It was a crew. We were called Foundation Crew before I changed it to Foundation Sound, but it was a crew orientated. Everyone had their piece and their drive, and they knew what they had to do. As times moved on, things got hard. Everyone went off and moved and did their own thing, and then I just pushed them kept it going. And it's very hard to soldier. It is very hard to soldier, but. I've been doing this for so long.
But are you willing?
Like nothing to me.
You want to add some?
I need a team.
You need a team.
I need a team. I need a team. I need a team.
We're recruiting.
But the thing is, even though it's like, you see, and this is where a lot of people probably would not come to Foundation, is because I need a team like a brother. I need somebody who I can trust and work with, and to as much as I put in, he's
it's like a
to put in
family.
as
A
well.
sound system is a family.
Which
so
is,
you need to trust each other.
This is it.
The one something, because you have the sound engineer, you have the MC, you have the selector, you have, there's a job of research, and
well, right now, I am the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And it's sad, it's sad because if you look at sound system today and DJs today in this form of life right now, it's like, because of the trust and everything, a lot of people are forced to go on their own right now. And it's very hard if you want to really get somewhere. Like me, I control my own sound system. The studio, the promotions, the plates, everything. Production. I'm doing production right now. We've got a couple of productions coming out, and it's hard work.
It is hard work.
But
it's already hard work for a team, so
right.
if you just be on one person, it's,
Yeah, but I love it.
So big respect to you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so much for the interview. So
right.
Unity Radio.
Big up
Fada
Unity
Choppa.
Radio.
Big up Unity Radio.
Big up.
Every time.
The unification of the people.
Yes, people, I hope you enjoyed the two interviews with Cecil Reuben and Fada Choppa. But this is just the beginning, so stay tuned because we got much more to come. Unity Radio.
Yes, people, make sure you stay tuned for the next episode because there's gonna be more and you're gonna enjoy it. I guarantee. Big up everyone. Thanks for watching.
Yeah man, this was Unity Radio. Big up everybody who participate. Make sure you stay tuned cause as they say, the best is yet to come. This time was little journey into the history of music through the interview of two legendary sound system, but in the future we're gonna bring you some new artists that have a lot of things to say, mix of culture, mix of styles, hip-hop, reggae, dancehall, everything. Malio?
Yes, Rastacla. This one was the first episode, but we stay tuned. You stay tuned, Bombo Cleat.
Unity Radio.
Well, it's Rapper representing a thing called Unity Radio, spreading love and reggae music from London to the world. Unity Radio, hear this. I'm a dread in a Babylon, fight every day to survive. Dread in a Babylon, where everything you see has a price. Unity Radio, I declare. Dread in a Babylon, prejudice all over the place. No living space, what a rat race. We have to make it one day. In this life, no highs and lows. Real and singing no TV show. You know Muhammad Ali on top of the ring, flying a sting low. Listen, Unity Radio show. Friend the enemy, son me know. Spring water me keep me flow. Me never suffer to take it slow. No 9 to 5 in a factory. Drive up on all like a taxi. Get mad to make some money, but not enough for the rent and taxes. I just refuse it. Focus on music, so therapeutic. Word is crazy, people is greedy. Take it or leave it. Unity Radio, I dread in a Babylon. Fight every day to survive. Dread in a Babylon. Everything you see has a price. Unity Radio, I dread in a Babylon. London, prejudice all over the place. No living space, what a rat race. We up and make it one day. Hear this, Unity Radio. Real to the bone, original way, not deal with no pose. I up and down like a roller coaster. Now I'm mad, now I'm sober. Burning like a supernova, charming like a Casanova. Carefully choosing a trail and what me go feel is not media's all about Roma for a foolish consumer. Don't follow them style, don't love to them humor. Listen, Unity Radio show at the top of the top. Well then, dread in a Babylon, fight every day to survive. Dread in a Babylon, everything you see has a price. Big up all the dreads in a Babylon, prejudice all over the place. No living space, what a rat race. We have to make it one day. Well, it's Rapper representing. Big up the Unity Radio family. Big up Antonella, Lady Anto. Big up Manlio, Calafro Campano. Big up the Hootenanny family, Spaghetti Night. London, Italy, connection. Dreads in a Babylon. Peace out.